Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Mischief. Richie here, where I talk about my favorite thing in the entire world. Goddamn cryptocurrency. That's right, we are live. Woo! We're live on YouTube. We're live on X at Crypto Mischief, at SuiDex HQ, at Suitrump Coin as well, and we're also live on Kick right now today to talk about major FUDDED. Yeah, we got so much FUD to talk about today. Is one of these days. The Bitcoin is having a bad at the office. Got to tell you, man. Bitcoin is having a bad day. Let me know if my connection's all right. Been trying out a new VPN, trying to see if it's fast enough to deal with the current, way that China likes to troll my internet. Got a bunch of other things to select through, so hopefully one of them is good enough to hold nice and smooth for the video. Notice my video keeps cutting out sometimes. Anyway, so check this out. Oh dear. Well, it's quite bad. What happened? The worst thing happened. We got, essentially it's called the Bart Simpson. Bitcoin got Bart Simpson. That means that we need to kind of zoom in a bit more on possibly the 4 hour might show the Bart Simpson a bit better. In the macro, it's just another move, isn't it, really? I mean, this is the 100,000, 110 top. This is the 100 to 125 top, and then this is where we are right now, where all these actions going on right now on where we're on MEXC here. If we zoom in, you can see we've been Bart Simpson. So we need to go a lot tighter in here, and this is the Bart Simpson here. You can see. Let me hide that. You can see the hairstyle. No, it looks bad zoomed in, but not so bad zoomed out. Yeah, exactly, right? That's the thing. I mean, we've been talking about this. It's not looking good, but it's not over. It's not over till the fat lady sings, so don't worry about that. We're going to get into the FUD. For a bit of fun today, how about anyone in the live comments lets me know any FUD that you know about that's around today, because I've found at least, 5-6 stories, all FUD in Bitcoin, so always good when that happens. This collapsed very quickly. It collapsed quickly. For me, it was in the morning. I guess it was while a lot of you were possibly sleeping if you're in the West. And it happened. So it was about 20 minutes. And then within 20 minutes, this one wicked down. This is an hour candle, right? Boom, down. I guess total it was a 2 hour move. And it just kept going down. Still got, that's right, blockchain money, it's still got to go down to go up. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And we're going to get into that. It needs to go down to go up because that's what Bitcoin does. What does Bitcoin do? Bitcoin does what Bitcoin does. That's right. So we've got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about all the FUD around Bitcoin because it's always fun to talk about. And I will be going through a couple X accounts, which I'm not going to be vouch for any of them though, because what I've found, if you spend too much time on X, you do start to lose your mind a little bit. We will also be talking a little bit about stocks because we've been doing a bit of trading on them. We're going to talk a bit Texit coin because I've been enjoying that. I've got some more rewards to show. And actually today, Texit is up. Who would have thought? The big FUD day, Texit is oh no, now I think it's even. Was I on the thing? Are we up? Yeah, we're up 3.8% up today. Very good to see. So there is not just blood in the market. Some things are up, as always. I'm betting Monero's up as well. But like I'm saying, let me know any FUD that you know about on the old Bitcoin, and we'll get into that. We're going to be giving away $200 today on stream. This is the wheel. This is for $200 of our meme coin, Suitrump, which, that's right, Suitrump. Trump coin on Sui, the one that we made. We are going to be giving away $200 because of a competition we were running the whole of last week to do with our trading DEX, SuiDex, right? And we were incentivizing people who gave staked liquidity into the Victory LP pools with Victory Sui or Victory USDC. And those top 5 got rewarded handsomely today. The winner taking 550,000 Victory coin, which was about $1,200. That's going to be vested to him automatically. Daily dripped into his wallet now. 5 winners, total of 1 million was given away, and $200 is going to be going away to one lucky person. We had 144 entries in that week period of people staking into the pool, which is incredibly bullish for SuiDex as well. We'll be doing that later as well. So lots to get into today. And I just thought I'd do a bit of analysis first to check where we are with Bitcoin. What we got? Okay, we've got Brett Prince. He's always got his finger on the pulse. He says, Right. Tax lost harvesting this week's number, and Bitcoin is great for that compared to the profits from stocks. Okay, I thought you were talking about FUD. Come on. We need some FUD news. FUD news. Let me know if my camera is smooth or not, because I have been watching some replays and I'm like stuck, like, which is never good. Never good. Never good. Okay, so anyway, so we got Bart Simpson. Basically, let me make this bigger. Right. We got Bart Simpson once again. Generally, when you get Bart Simpson, it's not good news, it's bad news. Things will continue to get worse, not better, from a Bart Simpson. I've not seen many Bart Simpsons when it's gotten good, right? So chop, 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 chop. That's his head, and then down. It's actually forming an ear at the moment. What am I doing at the moment? I'm short. I shorted from here, and we went all the way down here, and we shorted. Let's see the profit loss on this account. I'm still not going big, right? I'm learning how to trade in a nice way, because I don't need to win every trade. I'm probably not going to win every trade. At the moment, I'm just trying to build positive cash flow. I'm going to go back to Scotland in December for a week with my kid, and I want to use this trading account to basically spend that money on him. So I have a goal of how much money I want to make. I'm not trying to make $1 million trading. I'm just trying to make money, right? So open orders, position history, what have I done? Okay, today we made 25 bucks. We made 42 bucks. Two losses. How many trades then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I bring that down? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 trades, 3 winners. Oh, no, that's 6 trades. 6 trades, 3 winners, 3 losers. But my trades, my winners are more than my losers, which is the main key. Moment we are right in this one, all the way down. Currently $16 in profit, so another win today. Hopefully I can get out with about 100 bucks today. It's 100 bucks more than I had yesterday, which is always good. So we're trading over a MEXC. Let's zoom out, right? Because we need to talk about this once. We did spend a bit of time talking about it the other day as well. It doesn't look good, does it? If the further we zoom out, the more we realize that the party is kind of coming to an end, in my opinion. None of this is financial advice. You need to make up your own mind on what's going to be happening with the charts and the prices, right? And like I said, Bitcoin's going to do what it does, right? But in terms of coming up and coming down, this is it's very much choppy. I believe I've probably drawn out some ideas of what I think is going to be happening. Was that on the other account? We're over here on Bluefin. Come up to the daily. Go to monthly. Oh, we look great in the monthly. Look at that. It's not even loading up the history. Good job, Bluefin. So I moved to MEXC because Bluefin's just not really doing it for me. It's too choppy. Doesn't have the best. Essentially, we're 60 here, 60 here, double top, down, right? You can't really argue that it's going in any other direction but down at this point. Doesn't mean it's going down forever, and it doesn't mean that we're not in 2026. We're not going to see some green days, but we need to eat the red. I mean, this is monthly candles. That is 3 straight down monthly candles. When was the last time we got 3 straight down monthly candles of Bitcoin? We got to go back a long way, right? Here we had 2 down monthly candles in 2025. We had none consecutive monthly candles in 2024 or 2023. And then we need to come into 2022 when we had the last 3 consecutive down candles in monthlies, right? 1, 2, 3. And of course, coming down from the top of the last bear market was 3 consecutive monthly candles. So it's the evidence is stacking up. I've seen endless videos about MACDs and MACDs and lots of reasons why moving averages and lots of other reasons why Bitcoin is not performing. But the truth is that it does look like we're just going to continue a little bit downwards for a while. I'm not worried. Are you worried? I'm not worried. Right, here we have some FUD reasons. FUD number 1. FUD equals... where's FUD? FUD equals Bank of Japan may start increasing their interest rates. Yeah, okay, that's a good one. That's a good FUD. That's a good FUD. We do have Blockchain Money here, who I believe Blockchain Money is one of the accounts which works very closely with Texas. I'm not sure how closely because I've been quite busy, but I have noticed it's got a lot of Texas content. He says you might have to help the Texas Coin team know they know zero about DeFi. To be honest, DeFi is having a bit of a tough time. we've been in the DeFi trenches for three years from the last bear market. I've been told for like 6 years now, I think. But the last 3 years have been hard because the golden goose of amazing returns on all these altcoins that we were buying and farming with hasn't really generated that much in the end. Some of them did. Sui coin, for example, was extremely explosive and profitable, but not many of them. So we didn't win as many as we usually do. So DeFi is tough. It's not easy. It used to be kind of easy button farming things, but not anymore. The game has changed. I think the game has changed, and we have might be coming for a retest on the weekly. Yeah, might be. But I don't know, this keeps going down. Okay, so FUD. Let's get into some FUD then, and let's check out. So I have a whole list of FUD. We have a folder of FUD, the FUD folder, right? The FUD files. Okay, so first, stop the press, because don't worry, Trump is going to make a huge announcement, and that huge announcement is coming 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. So this is one thing I want to warn you about, right? If you're going on Twitter or X and you're trying to find news for why this is happening, you're going to get very confused and a bit scared, right? The FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt is going to get worse and worse. Probably at 4 p.m. today, he's not going to talk anything about crypto. So I would completely disregard this immediately and move on with your life, right? Because expect high market volatility. He is farming you, right? This is, he's baiting you, he's fishing you, right? Okay, here we have Ash Crypto. Today's dump makes absolutely no sense. Bitcoin dumped $5,000 in 3 hours. 210 billion. That's too many zeros. Jesus, that's one extra zero there. Wiped out of crypto market in a single day. Nearly 700 million liquidated. And the craziest part, there wasn't a single negative news today. No negative news today. Oh no, nothing happened bad. No FUD. No FUD at all. No Trump tweet. No stock. I don't know where he's getting his news like. Okay, so first FUD, Japan FUD. Bitcoin did not crash. It was executed. That's right. The weapon, Japanese government, again coming for, made in America stuff. Even though, not Nakamoto, maybe not made in America, but it's Pearl Harbor too. On December 1st, 2025, Japan's 10-year yield hit 1.877%, the highest since June 2008, the financial crisis, and also the year that Bitcoin was created. The 2-year touched 1%, a level not seen since before Lehman fell. This triggered unwinding of the largest arbitrage trade in human history, the yen carry trade. Conservative estimates, $3.4 trillion. Realistic estimates, $20 trillion. $20 trillion. Crypto market cap is currently $3 trillion. So that's quite a bold claim, but we're holding 3 trillion. We're not in the bear 100% until we go down to under 3 trillion, in my opinion. But it did happen earlier today. But yeah, so Japan FUD, yes, that could be one of the FUDs. We're not going to get deep into the weeds of these FUDs because my point is that in a bear market, everything is FUD. All news is negative. In a bull market, this would just bounce off Bitcoin. It happened in 2023. We didn't even notice, right? So this is FUD number one. FUD number two, we have this one. Okay, MicroStrategy. Okay. So MicroStrategy CEO says they would be forced to sell Bitcoin to fund preferred share dividends if the MNAV trades below 1 and raising additional capital becomes difficult. MicroStrategy, MNAV, is currently at 1.13 with the fucked dividends due on December 31st. Okay, so this is the CEO of MicroStrategy. Of course, Michael Saylor is the big cheese and AI meme lord of MicroStrategy. How's MicroStrategy doing? Yes, exactly. I'm currently shorting MicroStrategy, so we can have a look. Why not? Bitcoin goes down, short MicroStrategy. It's like it's wake up in the morning. If Bitcoin's down, short MicroStrategy. That's what you got to do, right? On the year, they are all-time low. On the month, the market's open now. Is it good? We're at all-time low in the month as well. So it's going down. It's going down. So I'm having fun with this one. I closed my short before, and then I just opened a small one, just because I just like the feeling of shorting Michael Saylor because he's got too much Bitcoin. But that's the next FUD, that MicroStrategy will essentially fall into fault and they'll be forced to sell their Bitcoin. And apparently he said it, so let's check it out. Did he say it? He said it. Did you hear that? He did say it. He said sell our Bitcoin. That's bad PR. Oh dear. Sell your Bitcoin to pay your dividends. Never sell your Bitcoin. Hope you guys can hear that. I'm not sure if it's coming through right. But that's FUD number 2. MicroStrategy have a lot of Bitcoin. So I would be quite worried if they did start selling that. That would crush pretty much the entire crypto market if they did. Okay, FUD number 3. The FUD continues. We have Tether FUD. So Tether, of course, is a giant project. They are backed by dollars and gold and Bitcoin, right? The Tether folks are in the early innings of running a massive interest rate trade. How I read this audit is I think the Fed will cut rates, which crushes their interest income. In response, they're buying gold and Bitcoin that should in theory moon as the price of money falls. A roughly 30% decline in the gold and Bitcoin position would wipe out their equity. And then USDT would in theory be insolvent. Okay, so this is worse than MicroStrategy, actually. This is even worse FUD. Because if we take Tether, right, top 3 market cap coin, $184 billion coin, right, and tied to pretty much everything, right? Tether is tied to every coin in some way. People use it for trading. People use it for store of value. They use it just to essentially hedge the market. It's linked in liquidity with everything that you can ever imagine, and it's been stable as houses for pretty much the last 4 years. Perfect. Absolutely no problems. But they think, well, the FUD is that, they would go insolvent if Bitcoin goes down 30% and gold goes down 30%. Now, this is very unlikely. Actually, Bitcoin going down 30% is very likely. It's done it many times. Gold going down 30% is also very likely. Gold has done it many times as well. But it takes a lot longer for gold to go down than it does for Bitcoin to go down. But gold has gone up more than Bitcoin this year. There's gold. All right. Yeah, gold all-time high. Okay. Yeah. Congratulations, all you gold holders or PAXG holders, because gold has just struck all-time high. Great job. Great job. 40%. Okay, so I mean, in December 2023, so 2 years ago, it was $2,000 and now it's $4,000. So if it even retraced from its price 2 years ago, that would be down 50%. So the likelihood of gold going down 30% in the next, say, 5 years is probably quite high probability, I would think. So this FUD shook the market badly. Do I believe it? No, not really. Well, no, wait, there's more FUD. There's more FUD. All in one day as well. This is all in the last day. Like this, I was just lying in bed. I'll just open my phone. It was like 7 in the morning. I'll check out what's going on with the news. I was like, oh my God, what's happening? So I should get to my computer and I should see if there's anything going. Oh my God, it's collapsing again. Wow, $33 in profit now. Probably this gets to about 40. I might just take it. Nice to see. Yeah, 34 on this one as well. Nice. So about $70. $70 for Richie. Nice. Well, for the boy, I'm going to buy him some Beyblades. Right. The Fed will end the QT program tomorrow. This one is BS, right? QT, what's that? Quantitative tightening, not quantitative easing. Most people are watching rate cuts, but the real event is the end of the QT program. Since 2022, the Fed has been shrinking its balance sheet. Every time a treasury or mortgage asset matured, it simply disappeared from the system. No reinvestment, no replacement. So essentially, the whole point here is that the QT will end tomorrow. And magically, because QT ends tomorrow, Bitcoin will go to the moon. It's not how finance works. Bring back the drip days. For some people, like myself, drip was excellent. Yeah. The price follows the event or the economy follows the event generally about 6 months after it happens, right? Usually, right? It's what I've noticed in life. So generally, even if a big announcement happens from the government, like the ending of quantitative tightening, it would be 6 months until we'd see something actually inside of the financial system that would be reflective of that in real terms. So this is, again, he's just baiting you with more attention-grabbing highlights so that you can click the likes and give him some follows and engagement, right? Engagement farming, that's the word. Altcoin season starting soon. So here we have some bullish stuff from Coin Bureau. Into the Cryptoverse shared a chart showing alt BTC pairs bottomed at 0.25 the last time QT ended. With QT ending tomorrow, a move towards 0.25 could mark the start of the next major altcoin rally. Coin Bureau are really going a little bit salacious with some of their tweets at the moment, so I would probably ignore that one. Ash Crypto's back. Bitcoin did a 7x the last time the Fed ended QT. In 2019, the Fed stopped shrinking the balance sheet. A few months later, the money printer turned back on. Bitcoin went parabolic and jumped from 3,800 to 29,000. Tomorrow, what's happening? We're going to no. Can't be, right? This guy's got a giga bullish schedule. We have more MicroStrategy FUD here. This one's pretty cool, right? So there's the project on Sui called Swarm. So Swarm have a truth bot, right? So if you see an article and you're not really sure if you believe it or not, all you got to do is, you see here, I came to here and I'll put @rollup news and then rollup, right? And what it did was it did a truth verification on this, right? So this says strategy says they will sell their Bitcoin if the stock falls below MNAV and fresh capital dries up. I read that, I was like, no way, I don't believe you, right? So I went to rollup. It's made me an article. I made this in about 2 seconds. This is created by Yannick Meissen, the dude. So I come here, strategy to sell Bitcoin if it falls below the MNAV. And it's made me a handy dandy report that I can then take some time to look through, and it will give me sources that I can check. It gives me, backup. It gives me firepower to argue if it is or it isn't the right one. Okay, so check this out. It's thick. Too lazy to read. Strategy may sell its Bitcoin holdings if its stock falls below MNAV and fresh capital is not available. Is their point. And then you can come to if it's verified or not. They say it is verified because the guy did say it. I mean, there's video evidence of him saying this, right? It comes down to deliberation map. The pros of this, it contradicts Sailor's Rule 20. You do not sell your Bitcoin. That is Sailor's rules. If you don't know Sailor's rules, there are many rules. They're quite fun. Some believe MicroStrategy is lying and needs to sell before January 15th, 2026, is another rumor that it's found on this. When Bitcoin reaches 250,000, it will no longer be considered foolish. We have Mike. Yo, Richie, forgot about the time. No worries, man. You're here. Don't worry. We're just going through some FUD. We pretty much tied up. I think that's all the FUD for today. So what a lot of FUD. I mean, I'm surprised Bitcoin didn't go down more with that. Yeah. And we'll end on a bit of hope, bit of hopium. A new strategic Bitcoin reserve bill got introduced in Congress. Doesn't mean it's passed. It just got introduced, right? Bill will allow taxes to be paid in Bitcoin and no capital gains tax on that. This is massive. So there's a nice hopeful for the future bit of news for you as well. So lots of bad news today, which resulted in just complete and utter chaos in the markets. Okay, so we've bounced a little bit there. This is on the minute line. Nice to see a little bounce on Bitcoin, but generally we're going to continue sliding, I think. In terms of traditional stocks, let's check out what's going on traditional stock wise. Gold is up. Congratulations, like we did say, all-time high gold. Silver is up, almost 1.5% up on silver, man. This stuff's really getting to me, man. Gold and silver outperforming Bitcoin. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? I remember having a conversation with one of my old friends. He actually works on the oils in Aberdeen, Scotland, and he was saying, oh man, I'm buying gold. Just keep buying more gold, and I really think it's going to outperform everything. This is about 3 years ago, and I was like, mate, nothing's going to outperform Bitcoin. You're crazy. Like, just buy Bitcoin. There's nothing better you could buy with your money. And then I was talking to him yesterday. He's like, how's that Bitcoin going for you, eh? But no, I have some gold as well. But I did not buy it at 2,000. Didn't buy it at 1,000. Probably bought I bought the top. Richie bought the top. You know he did. But we're going. We've got more to go. For me, I am interested in Tesla of all the stocks. I think it is an interesting project, and I like the fact that it's on a double top in the long term from last top in what's that, January, and then it's hit that top again in now November. It looks like it could run again because of that reason, because every other of these big top, what's it, the Magnificent Seven, they are all basically charts like this, right? Whereas Tesla is not. So it makes me a little bit bullish on the fact that it hasn't run yet. So that's why I'm long on Tesla. And I buy up Tesla on Solana with X stocks as well, because they're quite fun. Right, so that is all the news today to go through. What do you guys think? Is it FUD? Are we going to get worse? I mean, oh, we slipped under $3 trillion market cap. We're officially in the bear market. Congratulations, everyone. Welcome to the bear market. I'm sure she will be gentle this year. Really, it's like I've been talking about this for a while, like for what, 3-4 weeks now. It is essentially essential that if you do have money on the side inside of altcoins, you should be rotating out of them and into safe capital at the moment. Even just put it into stables and let the dust settle. I don't think anything's going to really explosively run. This is not financial advice. I'm just what I've done, right? And I don't expect anything to run majorly that I'm currently in. I think they're all going to kind of come down. I'm talking about like top 20 coins here, right? You need to really think about how you can conserve capital. You know, your XRP is, you know, all these XRP just got its ETF, right? But it's down on the month. We are down now 18%, right? On the 3 month, we're down 30% down on your holdings. This could continue to slide. If it's real bear market, we're 50, 60, 70% down. That's what happens to alts, right? We have BNB. We are 822. It was up at $1,000. So it's on 3 months. It's not too bad actually, because it ran like hell, BNB. But we're down 24% now on the monthly. Bad news bears. So it's even our Sui. I don't want to look at Sui. We're going to look at Sui. Oh dear. Sui has performed the perfect Bart Simpson shape on the weekly. Look at that. Look at that, Bart Simpson. Well done, Sui. A perfect Bart Simpson. Great stuff. Sui, $1.35. We thought, you know, this is what the bear market does as well, right? Because when you see these dumps, these incredible dumps that you're absolutely sometimes shocked at the price that you've just seen, like Sui has been doing for the past 3 months, right? Sui dropped October 10th. That was the big liquidation event, right? We saw Sui bottom out at $2.50 and people could not believe it, right? With absolute shock and awe that Sui hit $2.50. It rebounded briefly, but then it hit down to $2.30, right? People couldn't believe that. And then we kind of had this slow slide hanging around the $2 for about a month until finally it did collapse down to $1.30, right? And people thought, oh, it's okay. We're climbing back up. It got back up to $1.50. We thought the worst was over now. It did the Bart Simpson, and now we're back to $1.30. So this continues in the bear market, that you get this kind of area of hope of usually 1, 2, 3 weeks, and then that hope gets completely destroyed when you then just fall back into bear. And then you feel really foolish, because if you were holding your Sui from 3 months ago and you had yourself a $3, $4 token, and then now you're looking at, you have a $1.30 token, and you had an exit plan for the bull market, you kind of missed your exit, right? So that means that you're either stuck to hold this and see how low it goes and then accumulate at the bottom and wait 3 years, or at least 1 year for the bottom really, and then build back up, or exit at a loss, right? So that's the decision that everyone has to make at the moment. And if you can't afford to continue waiting for a year to pick up your, to collect your cash out of there, then possibly the option is just to cut your losses and collect yourself, wait for another opportunity, then go into that opportunity with the stable coins that you've managed to pull on the side. Because there's always another bus. That's the main thing in crypto. Always another bus. Right. Shall we do the giveaway? Let me know if you guys want to do the giveaway, and we can get in and have a look and see if we've got any comments today. But what's going on? I swear I'm looking this way, but the comments are that way. Maybe I can flip the camera. Let's have a look. Camera, mirror. Oh, there we go. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, comments. We have the Crypto Arborist is here. Crypto Arborist is here. Crypto Arborist is the developer of Tree token on Sui. Very well, welcome to the show, Crypto Arborist. Peter, we will be talking about Tree a bit later because we do want to announce something to do with Tree on this stream. And from tomorrow, you're going to see some advertisement for it as well. So that's going to be really fun. Good morning, Peter. Okay, we have Mark Bowles. Hello, Mark Bowles. How you doing? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the devastation giveaway time. That's right. That's right. Brett Prince says, time to buy more Sui. Have a limit buy order at $1.29 to get a chance to buy it cheap. DCA Sui and Suitrump today. It could be the time to buy Sui. I'm waiting, to be honest, to buy Sui because I've seen how low things can go in the bear, right? Especially tokens which don't have a support line. So the problem with Sui that I see is that the value, what is the market value of Sui, right? Market value of Sui is what we give it currently, because the market value used to be $4 and it was $4 for about a year. And now since it's dropped down to $1.35, the last time it was at $1.35 was back, right? Back in time, 2024. So it's a long time ago. So now people are thinking, well, is it worth $1.34 or could it possibly be worth less than that? And the bear market really tests the resolve of or the value of what the project actually might be worth with everything that's built since it's launched. And it's a new coin, so the precedence is kind of low. So for me, I'm looking to pick up my Sui about 80 cents is where I think it might get to if the bear market is as brutal as it usually is. So 80 cents, 60 cents might be an excellent buy zone for Sui. But I might be wrong. I could be wrong. It could floor out at like $1 and keep steady, which I hope it does. I hope it goes up. I hope it goes to $10. I hope it goes to $50, but we don't know. Giveaway time. Yes, it is. Today as well, the new pools, curious about what pools we get. Yeah, new pools and SuiDex. Always good. Good morning. Good morning. Brutal markets at the minute. It's brutal if you're long, but if you're shorting, then picking up some change. That's my thinking. What have I got? We're down to $16. Okay, we talked while we pumped. Oh, we're pumping out. Look at that. Look at Bitcoin go. Bitcoin, big candle, going for it. Fantastic stuff. That's what we want to see. What's happened? I'm zoomed out to hell. Hang on, let's get on the 5 minute. Oh, okay. Not. Look at that. Look at that reversal. Oh, see, if I hadn't been so greedy there, I would have just taken the $70 and then I'd have made $70, but I held and now I can only get out with $20. So now I'm gonna have to wait. What's gonna happen here? Well, you know, that's stretched up a lot. Probably this. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna be short all night. I'm gonna set my profit takes. I have a take profit on this at 81,000, but that's quite a ways away. I think I'll stick with it though. 81,000. Why did I go 81,000 for taking profit? You may want to know. So 81,000 is the local low before we had that move up, which was the initial recovery, right? Is kind of where we were sitting around. So that's the entire retracement from the whole move is the 81. So actually, when you zoom out, it's not that far away. That 81, that was back. Oh wait, no, it's here. Just drawing doodles. So I have $200 to give away. Suitrump. Suitrump is the meme coin. Yeah, that's why. This was my logic, sorry. Because this is where we floored and then recovered. So essentially bear market, we floored there, we start recovering, everyone's kind of hopeful, and then we're just crashing back down to that recovery place. Like I was saying with how it's happened with Sui many times. Shorts on the way. Shorts on the way. Okay, so we have a giveaway to do. We are going to be giving away Suitrump. So Suitrump is our meme coin mascot. We created it over a year ago. You can find it on Sui Chain. Sui Chain, of course, I was just saying the Sui's getting absolutely decimated, which is fine because Suitrump gets bought and burned every single day through our own trading dex and yield farm called SuiDex, right? So we were doing a competition with SuiDex. You can click here and get yourself to SuiDex. SuiDex is where you can actually yield farm with your Suitrump coin. That's right. You can yield farm with Suitrump. You can earn passive income with Suitrump. You can pair it either with Sui or you can pair it up with USDC. Generally, in a bear market, you want to be paired with USDC. In a bull market, you want to be paired with Sui. Or if you don't really care and you just want to hold all the way through the whatever cycle it's going to be, then just pair it with Sui, right? The APR on both are pretty healthy for now. We'll go to launching the farm, and then we're going to see what the game was and how did all these people get involved, right? So to get involved in the $200 giveaway, all people had to do was come to our farm section on Sui Farm. This is where we deposit LP coins. And they were depositing into the Sui victory pool and the USDC victory pool. Anyone in the last 7 days who deposited into these pools was entered into the competition to win $200. And the top 5 depositors accumulating inside of these 2 pools got themselves massive amounts of prizes. Yeah, at the moment, so Suitrump 100% APR on Suitrump and 112% on Suitrump USDC. So great yield here on both pools. This is what you should be doing with your Suitrump in this kind of volatile market. I'm paired up mostly with Suitrump USDC because probably you can guess I'm kind of bearish. But if you're bullish, then you can go Suitrump Sui. You can ride the way back up with that. Both are really healthy for the token. More liquidity means that we can eat more sell pressure. We can also encourage higher buys. So it's win-win, whatever one you want to go in for. And we just continue riding through this choppy market, knowing that you can stack your liquidity up inside. And 40% of all the fees in Sui Farm buy and burn Suitrump. That's right. So far we've burnt coming up close to 2% of the entire circulating supply. And we're continuing just to buy and burn. Buy it and burn it. That's it. Upward buy pressure and lowering circulating supply. Always bullish. Moment we have over 100K of liquidity inside of the Sui Farm for that. All good. Right. Let's get to this then, because this hopefully works because I just set it up, right? What happened to Blue Protocol? Blue Protocol is still running, I believe. It's a very high interest platform on Binance Smart Chain though, so I'm not sure what the price is currently, but I think it's still running because it's coded like that. It's immutable. Yeah, I'm China. But I'll be in Scotland in 18 days. Nice. Can't wait. It's gonna be good. Right. Let's click. Let's spin. Are you guys ready? Who's gonna win it? Hopefully the wallet owner is here and we get to see them. Let's go. No second chances. This is it. This is the win. Boom. Okay. Now, there's one thing I want to check, and that is that this wallet didn't win the top 5. Because if they won the top 5, I don't think they should also win the giveaway, which is only fair, I think. So let me just find the sheet. We'll bring that up. Winners, that's the one. Okay. No, it's not that one. Deposits. Yeah, there we go. 26214 is the winner. 6214. Let's see if I can find him. Oh yeah, we got him. So he deposited. So now I'll show you the proofs in the pudding, right? That's the easier way. Right, so we have here, is that deposit? Yeah, USD value. So deposited $1,208 into the protocol, 6214. The winners was not 6214. Okay, yeah, so he wasn't a winner. He deposited over $1,000 into the pool, which is great. You know, it's not locked. You can leave whenever you want. So that's all good, right? But the best thing is that guy, we have our winner, right? So let's send him some Suitrump. This is the best way, right? So we're going to come here. We're going to go to the Suitrump marketing wallet, and we're going to send this away. I'm going to get this sent. Come on, Sui wallet, speed up. We'll go to the Suitrump coin. This is our marketing wallet where we use Suitrump for tasks such as these. We send directly to his wallet. We want to send Suitrump. Suitrump taking a 9% dip today. Oh dear. So how much is $200 Suitrump? I'm going to guess it's about 7 million. Oh, no, we're just short. 6.5. There we go. Yeah, we'll give him $18 extra. Why not? Give you some extras. Okay, so that's $218 or 6.2 million Suitrump being sent to our winner, who is OX040. And the end of his wallet is 36214. So, like I said, you can take that Suitrump, you can put it into Sui Farm, you can earn with it 100% APR at the moment, and it goes up and down. And we can change the allocation, we can pump the Trump as much as we want. And this is the best way to use Suitrump because it is the ultimate Sui meme coin community in the world on Sui. So that's named after Trump. Okay, let's send that. Boom. We sent. He's gone. I'm going to make a little note of that and put it into the Telegram for SuiDex. Let's get that in here. Okay. Winner, winner. Suitrump winner. So I'll get into the Telegram to check out the farm, and let's get into the next news, which is what's concerning Sui Farm. So from tomorrow, we are going to be adding new pools into the Sui Farm. We're going to be adding one blue chip pool. We're going to be adding one meme pool. And I want to announce right now to everyone which of the meme pools we're going to be adding so that you can prepare yourself because you've turned up to the stream and you know then you can know what's happening, right? Which is always great. You know, it means that you have an edge over other people, possibly, right? So we are going to be adding a tree token to Sui Farm. Tree token is made by Crypto Arborist. He is an actual arborist, which is fantastic. He has a love of nature and a love of trees, and he decided that, you know, he wanted to come to Sui. I actually told him about Sui initially, and that is why he then came over. He saw what was kind of happening on Sui. He really liked the community, he liked the aspect of building, he liked the NFT structure that they have, object model, all the tech stack, right? He loved it all, and he decided that he was going to launch his own tree-based token. And the aim of Tree is not just to be a meme coin, but also it is aimed at helping nature and helping the things that an arborist love, which is trees, right? Of course, it's trees, right? Thiquidity is, or Thiquidity is a meme coin, okay? So that means that it has a high circulating supply, but also that it is community driven. And part of what we love to do in SuiDex is to try and bring community run projects into our ecosystem, because that means we can onboard more friendly people, right? And we can onboard more builders, we can get more attention in that way. So this is a strategic ad as well for SuiDex, because we think that with Arborist on board with SuiDex, we can get a wider reach inside of Sui, and people from also outside of Sui can come in and find out what we're doing, right? So it's win-win. It's win for us, it's win for him, it's win for trees. It's winning for you as well. It's a very small market cap at the moment, and our aim is to incubate it and grow it as we work together on other things as well. We are going to boost the yield for Tree token. It's probably going to be Sui, Tree and Sui, but I haven't talked to Arborist or got a confirmation yet if he wants to do Tree Sui or Tree USDC. He can decide that, right? Which one he wants to choose to pair. But we're going to boost the yield for it to begin with. We're also going to be doing a co-op raid campaign where we are going to be funding Crypto Arborist with some victory that he can use to reward the raiders in his community. So if you're raiding with Tree token, if you're in the community of Tree token, you're going to be able to get extra rewards in victory, because we're going to be giving that to Crypto Arborist, to Peter, so that he can reward people with that. So boosted pools inside of Sui Farm. So you're going to see that from tomorrow. We're going to be opening this farm. We wanted to do it today, but our dev team are really tussling with that indexer, which is good news. Like we have an API now, which is fantastic, right? Finally. So you will see this within 24 hours. The pools will be up. The pool for Tree will be up. Okay, you'll find it. Then we will start the raid campaigns with them as well. We are also going to be doing an AMA, live AMA with Peter, with the Crypto Arborist, and I'll be doing a dedicated review video of Tree token as well to try and bring more attention to this fantastic project, right? This is a pretty happy moment for us because it's the first token we're adding after launch, right? And couldn't be happier. So you can find out more about Tree at tree-token.net, right? They do also have an upcoming NFT tree collection, which I'm sure we can find very fun ways to help them to grow the engagement and grow the sale potential for that one as well over time. So this is going to be a long-standing, long-running partnership that we're striking up with Liquidity. So all good there, and I hope you know where to buy it. You can come to tree-token.net. You can purchase it there. It's available on Turbos. You can click here, Tree, right, and it's going to tell you where to buy. I'm sure there's a buy button. Buy tree. There we go. Yeah, you can buy it on Turbos. So this is where you would buy your tree. Buy some tree. Bada bing, bada boom. That easy, right? So you buy it. Remember, you're going to have to either pair it up with USDC or SUI, depending on which pair they decide to go with. But the play, I think, would be buy it now and put enough on the side that you know that you can pair it with. Because remember, on SuiDex, it's 50-50 liquidity. What you can do then is when we launch the pool, you're going to come to launch DEX. You are going to want to then have your tree token, and you're going to want to have your... Actually, I've got a load of tree token in Moonbacks. Lots of tree. Yeah, I'm going to have to get that tree in liquidity. So, for example, if they're going to go with Sui and Tree, which I think they might because they have a lot of liquidity currently in here already. This is one reason why we went with Tree Token as well, because they took the initiative, right? I like projects that take the initiative, right? They do it before they get the green light, right? This is, you know, it's like banging on the door. And then finally I'm going to answer anyway, right? So what's happened here is Tree has already built up considerable liquidity with Sui coin inside of the ecosystem. You can actually trade it at the moment, right? You could have bought it actually on SuiDex. I don't know why to Turbos, right? They have liquidity. You can see here the price impact there is quite low, 0.08. To do that, we can actually see how much liquidity they have in the add liquidity. So we'll add liquidity here and see how much Tree and Sui there is currently. Because I need to make this bigger, right? Yeah, 1,100 Sui and 48 million Tree already in here. So already about 4K of liquidity has been added before even we've announced this, right? So they have been working away at it. You want to see something cool as well? If I come to Sui Vision, Peter told me about this. He's working with some other projects as well who are, God, Sui 13% down today. Jesus Christ. So this Man Bear Pig, this is another meme coin on Sui. So what Tree are doing is they're forming strategic pools with different projects to basically work together. Can I add this token? Swap. Let me add this token. Yeah, Man Bear Pig. So you can actually paste any address in and you can verify your own tokens for SuiDex. Like I just added Man Bear Pig here, right? But you can also, like, we're actually going to start verifying the ones that we find are building liquidity with us, because, you know, that's the polite thing to do, right? We notice people are building liquidity, then we should be making other people aware of that. Can't be hiding that kind of stuff. So we have Man Bear Pig here, right? And we come to Tree. You're going to find actually that, yeah, there's already 3 million Tree and 1.5 million Man Bear Pig here, right? Come to another one. This is Aqua on Sui. You find the same thing. So Tree's been busy. They've been planting roots in many places because they're making the right connections, right? And this is the kind of builders that we want to get working with us, because we had some bad luck, I guess, with launching. We had Blub and Toilet as two of the pools that I chose to put on as launch, but they weren't interested in what we're doing. And we have a project that is now interested in what we're doing. So that's why we're pulling the trigger on it. Got to pull the trigger. So we have here Aqua. Aqua here, yeah. And Tree. Let's have a look. Yep, and there's 5 million Tree and 17 million Aqua in here as well. So they are continuing to build up liquidity. So what you're going to want to do is get your Tree, and probably it's going to be Sui, but wait for the announcement, I think, and then just pair up, let them go. Add liquidity, come to the farm tomorrow. Once we announce it, it'll be pinned in the Telegram, it'll be put up on X, and then you'll find the Tree farm probably right here on the bottom left here in the meme section, right? So we'll have Tree and Sui Shark, Toilet and Sui Blub are going to be put into the legacy sections. They're not going to see them, but there's still a couple $100 in both of these pools. So whoever owns that can come and take it out. The withdrawal fee for both these pools is now 0. So you can actually just take that out if you want and go on your merry way. Cool. So that's what's happening, and expect another Victory coin competition to be starting up very soon. We're just busy with this indexer. Good news today. I mean, we managed to pull all of the wallets that deposited into the competition from our CLI. So that means that we have a proper backend running very well now. Bullish on tree. That's right. Especially in Christmas time. I mean, Jesus, Christmas trees. Forgot about that. Good point. KFT with the smart news. Just bought 5 million tree within the past hours. Brett, absolute beast. What a beast. Complete beast. I wonder if they'll farm with the Suitrump with Sui or USDC. Yeah, I wonder. Hopefully they don't just sell it, because that would be, I hate when they do that. That's actually why we're vesting the victory from the competition, because it's the best way. We, the top winner got 550,000 victory, which is, well, almost 2K. But he's getting it daily for 30 days, right into his wallet. But it means that we don't have immediate sell pressure if he does so choose to just, dump that, which is the best way, most serious way to do it. Right, let's check in with our trades, and then we're going to talk about Texit coin, because I like me some Texit coin. And, it's one of the only coins that's up today. So we should be giving it some attention. And I love the narrative, and I like the passion behind the project. I like it when crypto turns into community. It's one of my favorite things that happens in the world. Goddamn world, right. So first we're going to check out my trades. Hopefully nothing's gone too bad. We're talking. Okay, we sold $14. Yeah, so we're kind of stalled, but that's okay. Now $15, we're going back down. Yeah, we're going back down. We're on the 4 hour, got the 15 minute. Yeah, we popped back up there. That was the bulls pulling in there. But you can see if we go on the 5 minute, yeah, right. We got above the blue line there. I think that's let's see the original. Yeah, I prefer this. This blue line here is the 50-day moving average, I believe, and it's trying to get there. Must stay above the blue line. Must. This is not a question of can't. If you fall below the blue line for too long, this is what happens. So you must get above that blue line. Blue line, good. Under blue line, bad. Essentially, this is the way I'm trading at the moment. It's one of the easier days to trade. We talked about Bitcoin all of last week, how it was doing absolutely nothing. It was extremely hard to trade. And then today's just doing exactly what we wanted to do. Massively up, massively down. Perfect stuff. Right, Texit coin. Let's go to Texit coin. Let's see what's been going on. Right, Texit coin is a copy of Litecoin, which was created by a man from Texas. And the idea of Texit coin is to become a valid currency in Texas. It pushes the idea of the Texas independent movement called Texit, a la Brexit. This project has been growing now for over a year. You can see it's been quite explosive in its growth. From CoinMarketCap, it's tracked all the way back from 2024 in December. So about a year on CoinMarketCap, and the trajectory is very strong, continuing to move upwards, getting more holders. And this is a mineable token. And I'm mining it. I'm mining Texit coin. I'm enjoying it, right? So what I did was I purchased a miner, and it's a virtual miner, I would say. It's crowdsourced mining. It's a brand new kind of concept, right? Crowdsourced crypto, which I've seen MLM structures and kind of crowdsourced other ideas, but I've never seen it done with a cryptocurrency with mining. This is what's quite unique about this. I love their branding. I love their mission. I love the passion. And this is exactly the kind of project that I like to get behind, because the work I put into this project can also reward me, not just in tokens, but also from commission, which is the best thing. And anyone who's involved with this kind of ecosystem can do that. Anyone can earn from the commission, the very generous commission, which Texit coin offers to people who want to help grow their network, grow their community, right? So the way it works is I've bought one miner seat currently, which is here. So I paid in $995 and I got 100 hash power, right? So currently I'm mining and getting 100 hash power, right? So I can come here to my rewards and I can see every day I'm getting Texit coin coming into my bank, right? Into my wallet, into my Texit wallet. Boom, 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 boom. This will continue for 180 years, 150 years, a long time. So I can't say the coin will have value in 150 years, but the coins will continue to come in. I can't say how many coins because it's all to do with the amount of hash rate, right, compared to other people. The important stats to know about Texit coin at the moment would be if you come here and you look at the monthly, here we have hash power, right? So this green line is purchased hash power. This would be how much hash power they have mining right now inside of their mining rigs. They do have tangible mining rigs in Texas. You can go see them. They exist, right? And they're mining. You can see when they upgrade, you get huge bumps up in how much capacity and how much power that they have to mine, right? And this is the amount of sold hash power. So as they sell more miner seats, they need to buy more mining equipment to increase the hash power to pay out more, right? You have their funds here because, of course, they have sold a lot of miners. I believe it's over 50,000 miner seats that have been sold so far to date for this project. So it is massive, right? The funds, how do they use the funds? They're completely transparent with it. 136 years, right? Commissions have paid out a whopping $55 million. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's what I want, you know. But you can't just get that. You can't just say, I want that. You need to work for that. You need to think about this as kind of a side job, essentially, right? How can you find a unique way to pitch and promote a network like this and then get handsomely rewarded? And that's what breeds, I don't want to say the word cult, I want to say the word community, right? Because a cult makes it seem like there's, you know, evil intent, whereas there's not with this. It's a cryptocurrency, and that's what we talk about in this channel. Just so happens that this one is linked to something a lot more real than general, you know, a lot of crypto projects have a lot of rhetoric, which is very hard to understand, and that becomes attractive because we don't truly understand what they're building. Whereas with Texit coin, it's very clear what they're building. They're building a currency and a movement and value for Texas. Something people can get behind, right? The income, we have liquidity, which is very important. $10 million of liquidity. Mining is supposed to be equipment, 11 million. They have overheads and they have promotion. Promotion takes up a huge, huge part of their, you know, their kind of workload, because it's promotion that really catches people's eyes. I did write an article, if you're interested, because I was talking earlier about X and how X is kind of crap, right? X is a family. Yeah, that's a good one, Sonny. A family, yeah. A nice family. Nice to see you, Sonny. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a lovely evening or morning. I think you're on the east though, but I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure where you're from, Sonny, but good morning, good evening. So before I was mentioning how X is kind of annoying and can drive you crazy and make you a bit depressed at times. So I've recently been looking at Substack, which is a different kind of written news reporting, social media that seems to have much more sane people on it, to be honest, and people that actually seem to have a point with what they're writing. They're not just writing 4 words with a picture or AI slop videos that have no point, and they're actually putting together nice works of writing that you can divulge. You know, you can digest them, you can sit and you can actually look through them, and gives you a bit of food for thought. There's less noise, so I'm quite enjoying using this as opposed to X to find more alpha for making the right decisions. And I thought, why not? So I made my first article and put it on Substack. So this one is actually about Texit. What I wanted to do was I wanted to look into how they're advertising, because their advertising is something that I think is very fascinating. It's not often that you see crypto projects that have such explosive growth, right? I'll read you a little bit of it. So every once in a while, a crypto project takes off in a way that wouldn't make sense. not because of hype, not because of celebrity shills or usual Web3 theatrics, but because the underlying marketing machine is running tighter, cleaner, and more psychologically aligned with human behavior than anything else around it. So Texitcoin is that kind of phenomenon. A high entry, 995 mining seat, but you don't need hardware. There's no electricity bill, no tech knowledge required. I'm not running anything to run my Texitcoin, right? This is running itself. It's, like I said, it's crowdsourced mining, right? I don't have equipment. I don't have an electricity bill to do this. I'm just taking part in the network and getting the coins reward sent every day into my wallet. Here's my wallet. You know, they're coming in every day. Texitcoin landing in. Nice stuff. Good stuff. So I looked into different parts of Texitcoin's marketing and how they all work. It's called I guess the 7 Ps would be the best way to describe it, right? Of marketing, which would, some of them I chose would be product, place, people, right? And how they use this marketing mix to achieve really incredible goals, right? One of the most striking parts of Texitcoin's market presence is offline visibility. They have ads. Their advertisements have appeared in Dallas Fort Worth Airport, Austin Airport, multiple Texas highways, something that's quite rare for a crypto project. A lot of their ads are electronic. They're not just poster design where they show the price, the current price of Texitcoin, which does drive a lot of FOMO into people and makes it more tangible and real for people to understand. This is them in the airport. Regardless of whether someone agrees with Texitcoin or not, that's beyond the point, right? When you have this kind of visibility in an airport, it creates legitimacy. It's physicality, and it's a feeling that something big is happening and you're missing out, right? This is really smart marketing. And that physicality ties directly into one of their sharpest marketing choices, which is showcasing their mines itself. So this is one of their miners here. And it even becomes a bit of celebrity inside the Texas scene because it's real, right? And because if I've been in crypto before, I can see a dash, right? And then I can imagine that maybe there's coins being made somewhere, but where's the proof, right? This could just be the money going into the use of funds and then adding liquidity to the coin, and then the coin's just being sent out from a creation wallet, right? I've seen it before, right? But then to prove it, then you need a blockchain explorer, which they have, and you need to have mining rigs where you can mine the coin, and that's what they show off. There's video of these. They're growing them, they're bringing cranes, they're plunking them in the ground, they're wiring them up, right? So this combined approach hits multiple layers. They have had another great marketing tactic, which was to do with going global with wrapping their Texit to get it into Ethereum, right? Ethereum chain. So they have a wrapped Texit coin, which you can trade on Uniswap. This was another really smart way of marketing with Texit coin because it makes people urgently want to get it because it's going global, right? It changes perception, it adds reach. So there's lots going on with it. You can read through this article if you want. It's pinned inside our Telegram for Texitcoin. But yeah, so I'm quite bullish on it. So far, for onboarding, what I'm doing is we've got our right leg, which now has a pretty good call, an influencer under our right leg for the Mischief team. So he has already started creating content. And my idea is that he's hopefully going to handle the right-hand side leg. So that's going to be for influencers, which I'm going to put on the right-hand side leg. So if you are, if you do think you have affiliate marketing skills, or you have a community that you think you could onboard to something like this, I could put you on that right leg, and then that would give you a pretty good advantage over on that side. If you're not really interested in affiliate marketing, but you do want to get part of, a family or an ecosystem community, right? You think it might be something you're interested in, that's what I'm going to do with the left side, which is going to be just for retail miners who aren't necessarily thinking about creating a network under them. They don't want to market it. They just want to get the tokens. What I'm going to do for that side is that because by me onboarding, I'm going to be able to grow the hash power out on my miner, right? So I can increase the hash power, the hash rate of my currently 100 hash miner. Then by onboarding, I can continue to increase that power, and then I can airdrop my left-hand retail side extra rewards. So that's how I'm going to play it. So hopefully in the next week, I think if we're on track for that. So within about 1 week, we're going to be able to airdrop the first Texit coins to our growing downline, which is awesome. I'm not saying this isn't high risk. Everything in crypto has risk to it. So don't spend anything you can't afford to lose. And that's pretty much what I'll be doing with Texitcoin. let's check out the long, and then been on for like an hour and a half, I think. The short, actually, I'm short. Okay, we got 18 bucks. Not bad. Ends up a pretty good day, actually, of trading. Yeah, I think I can get a bit lower on this, though. I think we can go lower. Yeah. Like this is just gonna. There's no support. Like you'd want to try pull a line and touch where the lines are touching, but there's just nothing, right? Nothing holding it up. It's not looking good for Bitcoin. It's really, really not. You can check out the liquidity heat map. Where is the money being pulled? Okay. Oops. No, it's bad. Yeah, see this growing mass of energy around this bottom side. This is going to pull, most probably this is going to pull the price down into that. So guessing we're going to break this. Or at least we're going to bounce it. Then we might, we could bounce off it and then we could send up, right? Or we could bounce it, break through, and then the next way down. It's a long way down. There's not much support down there. Yeah, if we break through 82, right, then the next support is going to have to be 70. $74. This won't happen tonight. It's not going to happen for weeks. We're gonna find balance. It's going to recover somewhat, and then it's going to continue down. This is my hunch, right? We're going to do well with Texacoin. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Hopefully everyone does well with Texacoin. That's the whole point, right? We all want to invest in something that continues to grow, get stronger and profitable for everyone that's involved in it. I know that's impossible in crypto. Not everyone can win with cryptocurrency. That is a fact. If everyone could win with crypto, then the charts would never be red. So there needs to be a level of involvement. That's why I think someone was asking me yesterday, they said, can I make a miner with my friends, right? Was his suggestion. You said, okay. He said, I don't have enough money to buy the $950 entry, right? And I said, well, I was thinking about this. I haven't replied yet, but my thought process is, if you don't have the if you don't have the 950 to purchase the Texacoin miner, and you wanted to share it with someone else, or possibly 2 or 3 people, is what he said, then that would mean that I'm not going to do that for you. I'm not going to manage your wallet and your seed phrase and then share out your dividends and things. I've got a lot of other things to do, right? Which mean that one of you would have to do that, and you're going to have to do that for the next 100 or so years, right? Or you could possibly trust each other, and then one person would have the dashboard, and then they would send the rewards out. So you can come into your profile in my account, right? I'm not going to go into my profile, but you can come in here, and then you can see, you can send your rewards down to different wallets, right? So you can send it into more than one wallet, but that would still take an amount of one person having the full responsibility of that, and they could change it at any point. They could then, decide after 1 year, 2 years, actually, no, it's my Texacoin. You're not going to get any anymore, and then that's it, right? Then you're sawed out of luck. So it's not something I would suggest, because can you imagine, right? If you did the same thing with Bitcoin or Litecoin even, right? And then 2, 3 years pass, 5 years pass, 6 years pass, 8 years pass, and then you realize that your rewards have stopped coming in. You're like, what's happened? Where is this guy? What's happened? And he's just decided to take his rewards 100% to himself. And then the token goes absolutely parabolic. And you realize that you've lost potentially tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars because of kind of sharing inside of a trust system. But a trust system must be trustless, right? Must be trustless. That's why Texitcoin give the coin, they give a cold storage wallet to American citizens. So if you do buy this and you're in the United States, they'll give you your own ledger style wallet that you can store your Texitcoin in, because blockchain, this is it here, right? So this is actually a ledger. And it's great because it makes it real for people. Then they can understand from the first step of getting involved with cryptocurrency how important security and safety is. So I wouldn't suggest going that way. I would suggest, if you can't afford something, save is the suggestion that I have. So I still think this might happen. This is head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder, do, right? So we could see recovery out of this. We could see it, right? But this is definitely making the head. So that's the head complete. One more movement and down. So this could be January, right? So I plotted out, this is coming into February, you know, where we're completing the move down into March. This is going to be a long process. No rush. Take your time. Make the right choices. Looking at your screen, like with the lines, it looks like a head and shoulders. And oh my God, Brett Prince, you're a man after my own heart. You know that? Man after my own heart. See that? Brett Prince, man. He should be fucking doing this show. Brett Prince show. That's what we want. Let's get the Brett Prince show on the road. BrettPrince.com. That's what we want. Is there a BrettPrince.com? Yeah, there's a head and shoulders. You're right. So we could see a relief rally. That means, you know, is my take profit wrong? Because I want to hit my we don't make a take profit because we want to protect ourselves a lot. We take a take profit because we want to take profit, right? We want the profit. So I've set my take profit. Where would I set it? 81.6. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Damn right, I'm gonna get that. Oh yeah, I'm getting that. Look at that, it's so close. I'm gonna get the profit. Boom. Yeah, okay. I'm good on that. Okay, that's all I want to talk about today. I think that's pretty much Crypto Mischief show. Thanks very much for joining us, and look out for when we add the tree, right? So like I said, you can come right now and you can buy up some tree on the old SuiDex. You can purchase tree. Should I actually, before I go, I'm gonna add some liquidity in. I'm gonna be a community guy. I'm gonna take 200 Sui. We're gonna add our liquidity to tree. Let me send over. Thicker liquidity means more tree action, right? It's the main thing. Okay, send that over. I need to get my tree out. I've been in Moonbags since tree launched with my tree, actually. So this is also, you know, I've been a supporter of this project since the moment it launched, and I've been staked in here with tree. See, 202 million tree. Got it right here. There we go. So I'm going to unstake some of. Oh no, I've got 200. Oh, I've got 200,000. I've got 30 million trees. Sorry, 200 million. I wish I had 200 million. So I have 200 Sui. How much is that? 200. How much tree is that going to get? 7.5. Okay. I like keeping it here because it means I don't, you know, it's bullish because then people can see that the staking pool on Moonbags has a lot of staked tree, which gives people a lot of faith in the longevity of the project because they know that the tree is not being moved. It's staked in there, right? But we're good. We're going to add the liquidity. So 200 Sui. Okay, let me show you how this works. So we're going to take 200 Sui. Oh no, we need a little bit less. 180. Oh yeah. Okay, 180 Sui and 7 million tree. We'll add the liquidity here. So this is going to increase the liquidity for tree above 50 million tree inside liquidity, and it's going to add another 180 Sui into the pile, which is great because that's what we want. We want a bullish launch for tree on SuiDex, and that's the main thing. That's the best thing that we want, right? We really want to get More eyes on Tree. We want to get more eyes on SuiDex, and working with community members is the main thing. Oh, I forgot the other pool. We're going to make a Bitcoin pool. So there's going to be a Tree Sui pool, and we're also going to make a Bitcoin, and I think it was being in between either Bitcoin USDC or Bitcoin Sui, but I think we're going to go Bitcoin USDC. Why are we going Bitcoin USDC? Because the chart is terrible. because I'm the dev, and I think Bitcoin's going to be struggling for a while. So I think pairing your Bitcoin with USDC is going to be a more efficient way of farming with it than pairing it with Sui. Because if Bitcoin goes down, Sui goes down more, right? Much more. 24 hours, Sui down 13.9% today, right? If we pair up Bitcoin with USDC, it goes down half of what it would go down. But then, of course, when we start going up, we might need to pivot on that and pair it with Sui, and then we can get explosive growth up. So probably, I don't want people's Bitcoin getting eaten up by their Sui, basically. Why do we want to add a Bitcoin pool? Because on SuiDex, I want people to be able to buy Bitcoin and buy wrap Bitcoin with USDC. That's what we want, right? The moment the liquidity is too low, we haven't incentivized it, so no one's added liquidity with Bitcoin and Sui and USDC. Therefore, if people want to trade the Bitcoin and USDC, then it's not going to be able to do that because we don't have a pool. We don't have a big enough pool. See, we've got this one, but it's still not good. So that's why. Good. Well, I've been Crypto Mischief. Hope you've enjoyed today's Crypto Mischief stream. And short or long, hope you all have success. And I'll see you in the next video. Links for what we talked about today are in the description. Get into the SuiDex Telegram, say hi. Get into the Crypto Mischief Telegram, say hi. Follow me on Substack because I don't have many friends yet. Pretty new to Substack. How many friends do I have? I think I got like 5. Maybe five friends. So if you follow me, I'll follow you. Substack. That's where it's at. That's where all the cool kids are going now. Get over there. Okay, peace. Be good to each other. Don't get wrecked.